Now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of what Indians are all about.
I still say we Indian people are believers in the truth. This is the way of life that was given to your people. You're born an Indian, you're going to die an Indian. Indianness is a good life. You're facing an Indian this afternoon.
Good Saturday afternoon out there, everyone, and welcome to your number one source for Native American television news, Native News Today. Gerald Wofford along with Jason Salzman welcoming you in. We got a great show lined up for you this week. Hope everyone's had a fantastic past 6 days, and we're ready to go here on Native News. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. You have many choices out there on this August afternoon, but you chose Native News Today, and we humbly say Mado for doing that. And we hope that your August is off to a great start here, Jason, as we kind of are in the middle of dog days, if you will. But hey, those dog days are going away because a lot of people are counting down those days to football.
Yes.
The days of fall, not too far away.
Exactly right, not too far away. We're in a really neat little time period right now for Native American people around Oklahoma, because you're just coming off the Creek Festival and all the hubbub of that, and then you kind of take it easy a few weeks in July. Then the powwow season starts really firing up, and you start seeing big powwows, Tulsa powwow, ICOT, everything like that. And now you get to where we're turning closer and closer to that Labor Day, and then you're going to have, Tuskahoma, you're going to have Cherokee Holiday, you fall powwow. I mean, this is a great time of year, and the kids just going back to school. Everybody's excited, as you said, to get into football season, so it's a great time of year. And with that being said, we've got lots of things going on around here, of course, and a big event coming up, the August 17th at the Dome. Gerald, a lot of people haven't been in there in a while. The Dome, we're opening them back up for a very special event, Shake the Vote, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that here in a few moments. Christina Goodvoice actually joining us here in studio, and that'll be our first segment. But we're talking about Shake the Vote because, Gerald, the voting numbers have been low. There's just no way around it. There's no way to slice it up to make it look good. We have got to start getting our people out to the polls more to get involved in Creek government, and we think this is a good start, getting the Shake the Vote campaign going and having a big event, a National Council candidate forum. And I know you've been to a lot of them over the years, and I know you're excited about this next one.
Oh, absolutely. As you're talking about, a lot of candidates filing for the new district seats there in the National Council. And Jason, what you say too reflects overall in general too how important the Native American vote is on the national scene. Yeah,
absolutely, it is. And if we do something about it here, grassroots wise, totally produced and shot and edited, everything from Muskogee Media in-house, using our own Muskogee citizens, the folks that are in the group in Homata-Sema-Muskogee taking a part of this video. It was a really good project, and we want to just see the forum big time, because at the forum, they're going to have a chance. Every candidate and every district is going to have a chance to answer questions from a wide range of topics at the Muskogee Creek Nation. We want to see our candidates know this nation inside and out and be able to do the things they have to do in office. It's going to be a great thing.
That's great here. And you had mentioned earlier the theme of this year's vote to encourage people to come out. What is that again?
Shake the Vote. It's a little bit of a throwback to some of the 90s campaign that they had, and we're part of that, and some old artwork done, I think, actually by Dana Tiger, a friend of you and me, as well as this program. And, they're kind of bringing it back, and we wanted to bring it together, keep it traditional. So that was what went into it, really. And it's the 40 Under 40 young leadership group here at Muskogee Creek Nation, which we call in Homata-Sema-Muskogee, putting it on, keeping the thing going. So it's going to be a great thing. And we have, like I said, after this first break, we'll come back with Christina. But you don't want to go anywhere after that, because we have some great stories as well. Gerald, we actually caught up with a professional golfer making a stop here at Muskogee Creek Nation. So that'll be interesting. You folks don't want to go anywhere. But we'll take our very first break here. And when we come back in studio, I'll be joined by Muskogee Media Manager Christina Goodvoice. You're watching Native News Today.
The Muskogee language has always been a part of my life, and so I grew up speaking the language, and I've used it throughout my life. I found that people were interested in learning the language and wanting to revitalize it. The language immersion method of teaching is one that I'm comfortable with. It's a way of reconnecting with our histories and our cultures and to give this gift or pass this gift on to our children. Mado, hadam chihijali.
Chahojefkat Paul Fixacodos. Ikanagat Tecobache, Mikusapkajokonman, Amikusapkajokodos. I'm able to preach in English and Muskogee, our language too, so there's not many that does that today. When I was growing up, that's all we had, Muskogee language, and that's all they preach. I could talk my language when I was small. When I grew up, I could understand what they were saying. We don't want to lose that, language, especially our songs, our native songs and the Muskogee hymns. We want to keep them.
And welcome back to Native News today. And as we said, we got a special guest in with us for our first segment right now. That is Miss Christina Goodvoice. She is the manager here at Muskogee Media. But more importantly, for the pertinent topic of today's segment, she is a member of Inhomata Semahechgolgi. And that's really a little group we started here at Muskogee Creek Nation, a young professionals group. Christina, I know you're proud to be a part of it, but can you, we just kind of had humble beginnings. We all kind of got together and just said, let's have a meeting. Can you give the folks at home a little bit more of a, look at what it actually, how it started?
Well, we all just kind of came together. There's 7 of us, and we started after all of us were nominated and were selected for the NCAI-ED's 40 Under 40 in Indian Country. And the most recent recipients of that were, of course, myself and then you and then Justin Giles. And we all came together earlier this year and decided that we needed to try to get our Creek youth and young people involved with our tribe.
Well, yeah, and what was great about when it started was William Lowe, he kind of threw out the feeler of, hey, do you guys want to get together with the meeting? And I think from where that started, we all discussed the fact of, you don't want to just get this recognition and just, it be something that you put on your desk and then that's where it stops. We wanted it to be something where we came back and put things in motion at the tribe to where all the young professionals, all the young people that are working for the tribe wanting to see it progress, have something to be a part of. And that, it kind of came together like that, right?
We actually had our first event in May. We had a business mixer.
Right.
We had a really good turnout. I know there was more than, I want to say, low 20s turnout we had. And then from there, our next event, we wanted to do something in June, but with Creek Festival, we just all got extremely busy.
Don't bring it up.
But we got everybody, we had involvement, and we didn't want to lose that steam we had picked up in May.
Yeah.
So our next big event is now this National Council Candidates Forum that's going to take place on the 17th.
It's going to be great, too. That's what we were talking about today, the Shake the Vote campaign. I know a lot of you have probably seen our video that we did, and we're really proud of that. That was totally done in-house, Muskogee Media staff. So really proud of that and got that out. But the forum is going to be something really neat because we've never done this before as a group, obviously. So this is going to be our first trial run. It's going to be neat. It's going to be like a debate setting. They're not really going to debate each other, but they're going to have 2 minutes or 1 minute, whatever we decide on to have them respond to the questions, and the questions are going to be drawn from our citizenry. We've got Twitter up, and we've got Facebook up, asking for questions, things like that. So it's all happening out there, and it's going to be really interactive. And for the first time, the tribe will have a candidate forum that's really integrated into social media. It's pretty exciting.
And that's a one big thing that shows right there, us connecting with that younger generation.
Yeah.
The younger generation is about social media, technology, and that's one way to really connect with them, is using that to draw our questions. And it's going to give also an opportunity for the candidates to tell about themselves, their platforms, their views, and the big visions they have for the tribe and why they're running.
And that's what we want to see. The reason that we've started this candidate forum and this Shake the Vote campaign was because of the voter numbers. We're just not pleased with them as young Muskogee Creek citizens and employees. We aren't. And we wanted to do something about it. We wanted this to be a big event, something that we could, as you said, keep the steam of Inhomata Semahechgolgi running forward, and also doing something that could make a big difference with the young people in the Muskogee Creek Nation. So come out to the Shake the Vote campaign. We're going to have a big cookout at 5:30 that night, August 17th. That's next Saturday. So we're going to have a big cookout, a lot of people out, and at 7 o'clock we'll move into the dome. A lot of people hadn't been in the dome in a while, so we're excited about that too. So move on in there at 7, and we'll have candidate questions and things like that. And these candidates, as you said, Christina, they're going to have a chance to answer on a variety of topics.
Yeah, we're going to get a variety of questions, and that's still in the works right now.
Right.
And the big thing that is going to be coming from mostly drawing from our younger audience. And in fact, the translation for the title of our group is Leaders in Training.
Right.
And so these are our young people who have also visions of their own and may someday be in the shoes of these candidates. You know, this is what we hope. These are our next leaders.
You got it. You got it. And it's going to very, very exciting at Muskogee Voter on Twitter, and you can send in your questions with the hashtag of Muskogee Voter. We want to see a bunch of Muskogee voters this year. Facebook, every Muskogee vote counts, and Shake the Vote campaign. Keep an eye on it, as well as the great video we produced, of course, letting everybody know about that. And Christina, as we thank you for being with us in the studio, we'll lead out into our next break with that video we're talking about. So everybody out there, get ready and let's shake the vote, August 17th.
I'm shaking the vote because less than 5% of our registered voters participated in our last election.
I'm shaking the vote for all the little girls that look up to Miss Muskogee Creek Nation.
I'm shaking the vote because I care about who leads our nation.
Help us shake the vote on August 17th at the Muskogee Creek Nation Dome here in Okmulgee.
Let's shake the vote.
And we hope that you appreciated that PSA out there. And again, encouraging everyone out there, shake the vote out there. Let your voice be heard. Make sure that you are present at the polling places and your vote really does count.
Yeah, we want to see a big, big crowd out there August 17th at the Dome. Tell your friends, tell everybody. We want to see you there. So, segueing into our next segment, our very first segment here on the show, Noda Begay, the only American Indian to play on the PGA Tour and a member of the Navajo Nation, stopped in at Muskogee Creek Nation because he has heard the great things going on with our operations and our economic ventures when it pertains to our golf courses. Over control now of 2 golf courses, one here at the historic Okmulgee Country Club. A lot of history in that building. It's so neat that the Muskogee Creek Nation has a chance to make it a viable stop and option here in this area. And also Fountainhead, beautiful, one of the top courses in the state. And with that being said, definitely Noda Begay and his MB3 Foundation wanted to meet with the Muskogee Creek Nation to talk about a partnership. Professional golfer Noda Begay III, the only full-blooded Native American to play on the PGA Tour, stopped into the Muskogee Creek Nation last week to talk business, specifically the business of golf. With the tribe now over the operation of 2 golf courses, the president is as good a time as any to discuss possible partnership with Begay's MB3 Foundation and development agencies.
Well, it's such an honor to be here to meet with Chief Tiger and to be able to discuss the potential of this golf course projects and to be able to bring all of the resources of MB3 Consulting, the MB3 Foundation, and everything that I've been able to achieve in golf and help develop productive business opportunities for the community, because I'm a big advocate for making businesses work, making them profitable, so that the revenues can service the communities in the form of infrastructure and facilities and services. And I think that the success that the tribe has had is remarkable, and they've done a great job of servicing their community, and I'm just here to support that. Chief Tiger talked about the opportunity to work with Begay and possibly enhance and develop some historic facilities.
I've always felt that when we were able to purchase the country club in Okmulgee, that we really got a jewel. You know, it has a lot of history, original allotted land for one of our tribal members back in the early 1900s. And it's something that we can build on, and to have someone like Noda and his group come in to take a look and see how we can really improve the setting for a golf course is certainly a big plus for us. And you know, we pride ourselves on doing business with Indians, and for Noda to come and visit us tells us a lot about who he is.
While in town, the MB3 Foundation also registered as a certified Creek Nation Tarot client.
You know, we're pleased with the direction that we're taking in terms of what this golf course could mean to us in terms of revenue, as well as having someone that's tarot certified to be a big part of it.
Recently named a native N7 ambassador by Nike, Begay recognizes the platform he's on to be able to give back, an opportunity that he relishes.
The opportunity to leverage the brand of N7 and Nike in partnership with the MB3 Foundation is second to none. I mean, I'm able to partner with other ambassadors like Jacoby Ellsbury and Sam Bradford to go in to raise money for programs and for communities that want to introduce healthy sports programming that make them more aware of the benefits of fitness, the benefits of increasing nutrition and improving their lifestyle so that they can become future leaders in their own communities, but also to offset this early onset of childhood obesity and type 2 diabetes. And having partners like that, having partners like the nation here are only provide us a greater opportunity for success.
You know, Jason, the important part of when Native American artists are able to teach young students, and sometimes not even young students, if you will, just students in general that want to learn about art, it's very important that tradition and culture is in that being passed on as well.
And that's, I think, you know, you hit the nail on the head there. That's something that's so great about a Native American artist, is that it's not just a piece of art. There's so much culturally and so much, you know, people-wise that go into the art made by a lot of our Native artists. And that's no different with Harry Beavers Art Gallery here on the famous square in Altmauge, right across the street there from our council house. So it's in a great location, recently opened. And Harry was actually a member and taking part in the classes with the shell carving, and you've seen that on our show before in the archive sessions, that shell carving, traditional Muskogee art form. He took part in that, and now opening his own gallery, and Jared Moore went over and filed this story from his new gallery. We're happy to see him open it.
Well, I first entered in the creek competition, and I did 3rd place on one of my carvings. And then after that, the Cherokee Festival comes up in September, Labor Day. And so I entered that to see where I could go. And I got 1st and 2nd on 2 different pieces. So this year I'm working on, I did get a chance to enter the Creek Fest for this store. We were opening this store, working on this store, and I figured, well, I'll work on this. I'm working on a bowl right now, Creek style bowl. It'll be snake dancers on it, and I want to enter that into the Cherokee Festival. We were talked into doing the store because the owners of the building, they saw both of our work, our artwork, and they wanted to brighten up this town and bring some little life back into it and everything. And they asked if we would open an art store, and we were reluctant at first. We're like, well, we don't really know what to do opening the store and what we're doing. So anyway, they talked us into it, and we've been
they didn't have to twist our arm, though.
Yeah, they didn't twist our arm. But they,
it sounded fun.
It's been non-stop. We just keep finding newer things, and we love all sorts of art.
It was real fast. We had to pull this together, and so we went through the things that we had in our home and put things up that we had. So like 80% of it now is our things, and when we bring in another artist things, we can take some of our stuff and take it out, but we had to have something to start with. And it was kind of last minute, and that's what we did. And we're changing it. We're getting some nice artists and bringing things in, and it's been a very nice experience. We're opening Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 7.
Well, we talked about so important that artists giving their history and their culture through the tradition of art. You know, it's also important, Jason, that business leaders today, Native American business leaders, are able to also share their expertise and their wisdom to those that want to have it.
You got it. And with that in mind, the Onabin Corporation, they basically do traveling seminars on, and one of their biggest hits, you would say, or I mean, one of their most popular seminars is entrepreneurship, teaching Native Americans the steps and foundations of making a business, making it work in today's time. Not only that, but business models. It's just business 101. They teach you exactly how to get up started and then how to maintain and have it evolve into something where you can really make quite a good living at if you play your cards right. So O'Naubin, together with Tourism and Recreation, actually brought Indian entrepreneurship here on the campus of Muskogee Creek Nation over at the Claude Cox Omniplex.
Today we're at the Green Room at the Claude Cox Omniplex Center. We built this Green Room this year for the 2013 festival, and today we're hosting the Indianpreneurship class. My tourism team and I had an opportunity to actually take this course at the Hard Rock in Tulsa, and although it's an entrepreneurial class, we have so much events going on for the Muskogee Creek Nation that we really just utilize the training for all the strategies that we do for every event that we take on. We treat it almost like it's a small business venture in itself. And today we have the opportunity to have Veronica Hicks and her staff here to actually teach some of our Muskogee Creek citizens. And from our observation so far, it has been such a well-received training.
Today we're here at Creek Nation, and we're here on behalf of O'Naubin, working with inspiring entrepreneurs in the community. What we're actually doing over these 2 days is holding a business training class that teaches entrepreneurship and the business planning process. And what we hope to do is inspire the people of the Creek Nation to go out into the community and start new business, which helps generate the economy and provide jobs for people in the area.
Basic business strategies, business 101. You look at it from the entrepreneurial aspect of basically starting your venture from the beginning of the business plan through the middle of your marketing strategies. Accounting, I think, is going on today. So it's all aspects of any business venture you actually want to get into. This course, the Indianpreneurship course, does cover that.
O'Naubin actually works with tribes across the entire country. So all of Indian country is covered by O'Naubin, so we work with a lot of different tribes. We have people such as myself, in different areas of the country that are members of Native American tribes that come in and conduct the training.
Tourism is the third economic impact driver in the state of Oklahoma, and for us to have an opportunity to go through the training ourselves, we felt that, like you said, thinking outside the box, we wanted to have our citizens come experience the opportunity themselves to actually understand the training that we go through, because it really does help us out in all of our events. And not only does it help us strategically, but it starts to build that business consistency with every event that we have.
And that brings us to another conclusion of Native News today. As always, we appreciate you sitting down here and watching our show. We always say, you've got a lot of choices out there, and with college football season quickly approaching, you're going to have a lot more.
I know,
but hey, that DVR is good and everything, but some of y'all here, you've never missed a show.
No. And they've seen all 370 of them, including today. Number 370, that's a long time.
My goodness.
We are going to have to do some battling, though, with college football. I know a lot of people out there love football on Saturdays, and so, we embrace that challenge. We go.
Sure
we know
do.
we're on at 1 o'clock on Saturdays.
Yes.
We're hitting it head on. There's going to be people that say, hey, I can put this game off for 30 minutes and get my Native News fix. It's all good.
I can miss that, last minute drive there, or double overtime. That's Native News today.
No problem. That's our slot. We're
That's
going to
right.
own that slot.
Priorities there. But no, seriously, we thank you for joining us as always, Jason. And you had mentioned the earlier story about Shake the Vote, just how important it is to encourage Native American tribe, whatever that may be, that you make sure that your voice is heard when your local elections come up, your tribal elections come up. Get out there and make sure that you're supporting the candidate that you want to see there in office. Your voice, your vote really does count.
Yeah, and the main thing here is being a part of your government, and the number of people that have something to say about the tribe, whether it's good or bad or whatever, far outnumbers the amount that are registered to vote and even vote that take place in the elections. Right. Now that is not good to have it so distorted like that, because you want to think that if you have something to say about the tribe, hey, do it at the polls. You know, vote the way that you would like to see it in the direction it is. And we want to encourage that. We want to encourage that attitude of, you know, if I'm going to have an opinion on the tribe, it's going to be shown with how I vote and who I choose to be our leaders and things like that. So when we get those numbers up, we're going to feel a little bit better about it. And that's why we decided with the Shake the Vote, having the big candidate forum, making it fun, making it interactive. You can go on @Muskogee Voter on Twitter. You send in your questions, and those will be read to the candidates, to each candidate, and then in some cases we'll pull a question out, and that question will go to one district, and they will be able to answer that from the district. And those individual candidate members, they'll be able to hear a question from the audience, from Twitter, somewhere about the tribe, and it's going to be a great chance for people to get a well-rounded idea of just how much of a range of information these folks know about the Muskogee Creek Nation. We'd love them to know it front and back. And so, you know, this forum will be a chance to see that. And I think it's going to be fun. We're going to have a cookout. We'll have some music going out there, you know. 5:30 is when that starts next Saturday night here in Altmauge. So you guys can't miss the big dome. We're excited about having it in there because we want to show people that the administration, the people behind the scenes are working really hard to get that back up and running for the Muskogee Creek Nation. So a lot of people ask about it. This is a step in the right direction, so it's great.
Absolutely. Jason, let's give that address again if they want to send their questions through the internet.
@Muskogee Voter on Twitter, and you can link up with Shake the Vote campaign. Every Muskogee Vote Counts on Facebook. They got a lot of people that are going there and looking at our Shake the Vote video we did, as you've seen earlier in the program. Very proud of that, giving some statistics, giving some reasons why it's important for the youth to see us vote, even the little kids, you know, to see us voting and see that's something that I want to be. I want to be like that. I want to strive to be somebody that takes part in my government, that signs up, that is there to get as much information as possible and be an informed citizen. And that's what Native News Today is about too. So definitely linking up with that.
Yeah, this is your government, and you know, politics in general, Jason. You know, everyone always has an opinion, but it's interesting when you do talk to a lot of these people. Sometimes, you know, well, who did you vote for? Or what did you vote? Oh, well, I didn't vote.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you have more of a voice to be able to say things about your government if you're actually getting out there and participating.
Exactly right. And we've been backed with this by the administration, chief, second chief, all on board, and all the council members and candidates we've reached out to have been so fired up about it. So I want to commend them for their attitude towards this as well. It's been fantastic, and it's been very helpful to us to be able to kind of cut right through the red tape and make this happen. So they can see the importance of it too, and we can as well. So we're excited about it, Gerald.
You know, Jason, a quick plug for a local event that's been going on for years, the ICOT Powwow at the Mabee Center, happening this weekend. They do a great job out there, Lynette Seward and all those people out there. You know, another year for that, and it's home at the Mabee Center. Great powwow. Go on out there if you get a chance.
Yeah, they do a wonderful job. Go see them. It's a big event. If you can't catch us here on the Tube, check us out online or Facebook and Twitter.
That's right. For our producer Jared Moore and all those Native News Today. In the meantime, take care. God bless.
And we'll see you soon.